everyone. My name is Savannah Baltera, and I'm the Director of Student Involvement and Activities. And today I want to talk to you all very briefly on some tips on why creating a constitution for your registered student organization, RSO, is a good idea, and to give you a few resources to do that. This is going to be really short. It's going to be less than 5-minute video, but at the end, I'm going to give you some resources, and this will be up on our website so that you'll be able to access it at any time when it makes sense for your organization. So let's just get started. So when RSOs reach out to our office for guidance on things, for example, on how to keep your members accountable or how to fill a vacant position, the first thing that the staff in SIA ask is, what does your constitution say? And when an RSO doesn't have a constitution, it's really difficult to assist you all in navigating your questions because too much is left up to chance and interpretation in sometimes complicated situations. But having a constitution can eliminate that ambiguity in how your RSO should proceed based on what's happening. So having a constitution is important because it allows your RSO to have the governing documents to guide your decisions and processes fairly and unbiasedly. So that's really it. Those are the reasons why having a constitution is a good idea. So really quickly, some examples of sections that you might want to include in your constitution are the purpose of your RSO, membership requirements and eligibility, how you elect or select officers for your organization, your officer duties, accountability and how to remove a member who maybe isn't meeting expectations. And very important that sometimes people forget, you also need to have a section in your constitution of how to amend the constitution. Some examples of things that you would not want to include in a constitution: items that can change year to year. So specific events, definitely don't put dates. You probably also don't want to put programs or initiatives that don't happen every year or things that you want to have flexibility on. The purpose of a constitution is that it very rarely changes. You want a constitution to stay constant year to year and only make changes if absolutely necessary to do so. So a constitution only works if each group coming in doesn't change it. You want that continuity from year to year. You can have bylaws or an operating policy for things that you want more flexibility on. So you might want to have an operating policy that lists out all the programs that you generally do in a year, but it's much easier to amend an operating policy or bylaws, and those things have a little bit more flexibility than a constitution. There are so many resources and constitution templates online. If you just Google student organization constitution templates, you get thousands of responses or examples of ways that you can model your constitution for your student organization. There's not one template that you have to use. There's not one right way to do it. The suggestions I gave you earlier and the suggestions you find online are a guide, but you have to write what works best for your constitution. A constitution should be, no more than 1 to 2 pages max. You want to put the meat of how your organization functions and those longer explanations, again, in bylaws or an operating policy. Another resource specific to UNLV, if you go to unlv.edu/CSUN, you can look at CSUN Student Government's Constitution and Bylaws as an example. Again, it's everything in the CSUN Constitution is not going to apply to every RSO, but their headings and their sections are a good starting place. You can also reach out to our office, to Student Involvement and Activities, SIA, at involvement@unlv.edu, and we will be happy to share other examples and to help you get started in the process. Again, we just want to make sure that RSOs are successful. We want you all to build that infrastructure and those tools that will help make your organization successful, not only when you're the student leader, but as you pass it on to your next leadership, so there's continuity there. So thanks for tuning in. We hope that this was helpful. We hope that you're staying safe and well, and we can't wait to see you back on campus soon. Thanks so much.